Last time on Perle, we took you along as we embarked on the North Sea, as we navigated the beautiful Dutch Wadden Sea. Not only an amazing experience, but also an excellent opportunity to practice sailing and navigating in tides and currents. And those are skills we get full use of in this episode as we sail the gorgeous northwestern coast of France. This time we also take on crew for the first time, but more on that in a minute. We are about to enter the first marina in France, which is Dunkirk. But before we get too excited about fine wine, cheeses and baguettes, boat life strikes. We realize that we have quite a lot of water in our bilges. Water that has been building up in both keels behind drain holes that have been blocked. At least we have a water vacuum cleaner on board Perle, which made draining the bilges so much easier. With the majority of the water out of the way, we could start the task of locating the problem. So that hole there was stuffed with all kinds of stuff. Wow, that's super disgusting. Long story short, we found a leak in one of the high pressure valves on our water heater. We felt a bit of a pressure, no pun intended, to get it fixed rather quickly because we were expecting our first crew, this Danish couple, Bettina and Thomas, and with Captain, and you know, yours truly, in the middle. The first evening we went for a walk around Dieppe and was met by some beautiful bagpipe music. The next morning we departed Dunkirk, heading south, and started the gradual introduction to the workings of Perle. The do's, the don'ts, and our routines of sailing and living on board. Literally teaching them the ropes. And as the days flew by, they gradually settled in to life on board Perle. And that, trying to be liveaboard and long-term sailors, was the whole goal of their experience with us and Perle. We are sailing in a heavy fog. We've got almost no visibility. So we're sailing on our instruments, and thank God we've got a radar so we can see if there are other ships out there without AIS. And AIS is short for Automatic Identification System, which is software you have on your boat that will send out signal as to where you are. The ships that, like us, have AIS, we can see on our chart plotter. The problem is with all the ships that have chosen not to sail with an AIS. Any minute right now we are supposed to see another ship. They are quite close to us right now. What is the distance to that ship that is coming towards us?
0.18 miles.
Oh, it's over there. I don't know if it shows up on camera. They had AIS, so we knew they were coming, so that was fine. Navigating safely through the fog and calmly sailing towards the next port, we had time to ponder. When it comes to this YouTube thing, editing videos, uploading content, we are absolutely newcomers, newbies, amateurs, whatever it's called. We still haven't figured out what to display and how much of it. There's no doubt that we want these YouTube videos to be a way for us to still connect with friends and family back home, and memories for us to look back on once this adventure comes to an end. An added bonus for us would be if we were to inspire someone else to live out their dream. We've been watching many YouTube channels over the years and found so much inspiration from other sailors. And it would be such a privilege to pass that inspiration on. So what do we display? All the beautiful marinas that we get to visit? Do we portray the different towns, cities, communities, places? The local flavors? The unique atmospheres? Or the general feel of the places we get to see and the people we get to meet? Do we sugarcoat it all with the romantic scenery and the idyllic sights? Or do we dive into the local history of the places we visit, which, along most of the European coastline, is the story about Second World War, like here in Dieppe, where the Canadian part is commemorated? Or do we look up and even further back into more ancient history, like this castle, Château de Dieppe, that was founded in 1188 by King Henry II of England, destroyed only a few years later in 1195 by King Philip II of France, to be restored in the 14th century and almost destroyed in 1695 by an Anglo-Dutch naval bombardment? Or do we look past the big guns and just take in the stunning scenery that we get to see along the way? And in what ratio do we show life on board Perle? All the projects that we do along the way, like this minor one of installing our man overboard buoy? And this one, that for yours truly, didn't feel like such a minor one. This project needs a bit of an introduction, referencing back to our episode number 6, where we were talking about our sailing plans. Our sailing plans for 2024.
På Gran Canaria den 30. oktober senest, hvor vi skal deltage i et rally over Atlanten.
And to our episode 7. So this is our rally flag for the ARC Plus when we're going to cross the Atlantic Ocean. And it is our rally flag that we want to hoist. But in order to do that, we need a line to hoist it in. and with yours truly safely back on deck, and with the proud hoisting of the rally flag, we will semi-end this episode, but not without a little sneak peek into our upcoming sailing plans. Next time, we will be leaving France for a short while to visit the Channel Islands of Jersey, Guernsey and Alderney, before continuing on to the south of France. We will leave you off with 1 minute and 13 seconds of unedited, pure bliss. Sailing can be super hard. It takes a toll on you and your boat, but there is nothing that can brighten a day more than when a group of dolphins decides to come and play with your boat. Until next time, as usual, thank you so much for watching our videos. Take care, be safe.